You want to grow your glutes and you want to grow them fast, and you want to have the option of doing it outside, at home, or really anywhere in the world. So let's get to it. I trained with a master trainer for 8 months, and I'm going to teach you and show you all the different mistakes that I was doing, all the stuff that I learned. As you can see, this was on September 20th of 2022 at 6:10 a.m. So as the sun was coming up. So the good old lunges, I am telling you, if you just do some good lunges with some kettlebells or some kind of dumbbells in your arms, it's one of the best workouts you can do for your glute because it's an isolated muscle workout, which I didn't really know how important that was when it comes to actually specifically focusing on growing your glutes. I have been working out for years, my entire really my whole life, but my entire adult life, I've been very active. But it wasn't until I learned from my master trainer that you have to do things differently when you're actually training for something specific. So you can burn calories, you can get thinner, you can burn fat, but when you're trying to grow muscle, it's a different ball game. So started out with some lunges. As you can see in my other videos with my trainer, we're always doing lunges and the good old squat and going as low as you can, putting the weight up on the chest, putting the kettlebell up on the chest. And honestly, I actually could have been going even lower. So what I learned was that I was doing very shallow squats pretty much my entire adult life. And because I thought I was just doing a squat, that was good enough, but I wasn't going low enough. And if you're not doing it with any weight, you're honestly not going to be growing anything. So if you want to grow, you gotta up the weight. It is what it is. This one is really good, really simple. It definitely burns your glutes. Of course, if you have weights in your hands, it's even better because you're growing your glutes. And it's really good because you also have to balance yourself at the same time. So this is if you want to combine this, it's almost like doing a lunge, but a little bit different. So if you notice, I did lunges, I've done squats, and then I'm doing this step up exercise. And I believe there's one more additional exercise in this circuit. And then I would do that entire circuit 3 times. So I didn't show all 3 times that I was doing it just for the sake of the video not being too long and me wanting to get you to the point of the video. But doing isolated workouts like this is what's going to be the ticket. And notice how my body is slightly tilted forward. I'm not, standing straight up with my back completely straight. My back is technically it's straight, but it's leaning forward. So that's when you're really going to get the burn in the glute. And then you want to squeeze. My trainer used to always say, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. By the way, if you want to work out with my trainer, if you're living in the greater LA area, the greater Los Angeles area, preferably in the San Fernando Valley area, just comment down below and I will comment back with his information. He's great. But yes, so it seems like you have to do all these crazy, confusing, acrobatic exercises to grow your butt. But really what I learned is that doing the same exercises with progressive overload, and what I mean by that is just adding more weight and then getting better at your form and then going deeper and holding things for longer, is what grows your glutes. So I'm going to try to find a picture. I didn't really take a lot of butt pictures, I noticed. And when I went through my camera roll, I think because I just wasn't proud of it. There wasn't anything wrong with my butt. I just didn't like that it was a pancake. So I just didn't really have I don't have a lot of footage of my butt. And so, but I will find something to compare it to. But my butt definitely has grown. It's lifted. And, I'm still on my journey. But I can definitely say that doing these exercises over the course of 8 months, I can truly say that the formula is just same workout, same 7 to 10 workouts, concentrated on the glute, and then adding more weight every week, and then pushing those last 2 or 3 that really burn, just pushing through those. And that's when you start to really feel and see the growth. If you go an entire month and never get sore, just forget about even really toning and lifting. Maybe toning, maybe it might get a little harder or something, but really growing your butt, you're gonna need, if you're not ever feeling sore, there's a problem. So again, another isolated movement or isolated glute workout. And forgive me, I don't know all the different names in the glute, but I know that there's like the medius, the maximus, but I'm not going to break it down like that. You can definitely research, someone that has studied that. But yeah, these are glute workouts. And again, it's like still hitting that glute, like how the lunge was, and then how that step up was. And then I'm not really sure what this is exactly called, but it's kind of like an RDL, a single armed RDL. And I have the weights on my feet. So not only am I working the glute that I'm standing on, but I'm also working the glute that's going up in the air. And as you can see, it's very slow. Like when I was working out on my own for years, I would go very fast and I would just think, okay, the faster I go, the faster my glutes are growing. And that's definitely not the case. Slow it down, be controlled, concentrate, like really feel into your body. And please excuse all the little leaves that were falling in my hair. As you can see, there's leaves in my hair, but we don't care about that. We are in the zone and we're training. So yes, you have to isolate and go slow and be concentrated and really feel into, okay, where is the burn happening? And then squeeze that area as you're doing the exercise. And I used to always be confused. Like, what do you, I literally, I think I asked him like the first 5 times I trained with him, I was like, what do you mean by squeeze? Like it wasn't really making sense to me. And one of these days I'll do a video where I'm actually showing you what I'm talking about. But as I'm coming up, I'm actually squeezing my glute as I'm coming up. I'm not just like using the kind of like the force of the momentum of me moving to come up. I'm literally just focusing on, okay, I'm concentrating into my glute as I'm going down, and I'm lifting the rest of my body up when I come up with this glute, with this right glute. That's what I'm activating. That's what I'm using. So that's why I'm actually even holding on to this rail here, because I wanted to make sure that I was, balanced and I was focusing on that one isolated muscle. Doing a bunch of like HIIT cardio is excellent for burning fat. It's excellent for getting, more tone. But I just really learned that you're going to have to go slow and controlled and heavy when you want to lift and really, build certain areas in your glute. So this one is another great one. It's another isolated glute exercise. So as you can see, this is like, I believe the 5th exercise where it's like just I'm working one leg at a time. Very, very effective. And these are not like if you go on the internet and you see all these workouts, right? Like these are nothing new. Like there's no reinventing of the wheel. But what I really learned is simple and consistent is my way to go, I'll say. I feel like that's a very effective method and strategy to take on, is just get you some ankle weights, get you a band, get you some kettlebells, and then just start doing the same workouts over the course of 90 days. And you will guarantee to see results if you truly are working hard. So again, as you can see, I'm going slow, right? And this one is like, I'm lifting going down, concentrating, thinking into my glute. And then I'm also bringing my foot, toward my butt once it's already in the air. So you really feel the burn on this. Click my Amazon store for all the different equipment that I use during my trainings. And it's just really a good guide. Even if you were at the gym and you went to my Amazon store and you just screenshotted the list of my Amazon store, you could, gather those items when you're at the gym and then set your station up and then just do little circuits, right? So, but definitely if you want to grab these are in my Amazon store. But yes, also make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It lets me know that this is helping you out. It's a way for us to exchange communication from wherever you are on the planet. It definitely helps me out. Definitely click the like button, and also comment with your opinions, with your ideas, with your questions, anything. I just want to know what you think. I want to know what you are struggling with. And again, I would consider myself a solid intermediate fitness enthusiast. And I say intermediate because I've never really I've always been a dancer, but I haven't been like a basketball player or, a soccer player. And I didn't really start weight training until in my 30s. So, I'll get there. I'll get to expert level. I think I'll be at expert level when I can really just do these moves with precision and actually have a name associated with every single muscle group. But that's just hasn't been something I've cared to really learn until now. So I will get better. So if you guys can suggest any books, easy books and easy guides to learn the group, I guess I could just Google it. But anyways, so again, that was the 5th workout that you could see that was really isolating my glutes. I think the only one that wasn't isolating was the squats that I've shown so far. Again, slow, consistent, go as heavy as you can. If you start wobbling and you start just getting out of alignment, if you are just trying to, lift too much, it's fine. Just go down and do it correctly and go all the way to, 12 to 15 reps. And then in a week or two after doing that, then you can go up. But what I learned was that that's really important as well. Like when you try to do too much, you can just really demotivate yourself. So, a solid 15 pounds in your hand when you're doing this. And if you have the ankle weights on, it's more than enough. Go slow, mind-body connection, muscle-mind connection, and really feel into the glute and make sure that you're lifting your body up with that one glute and you're not just using the pendulum swinging momentum of your body, that you're using your cheek to go up. So even, I still have improvement to do in that area, but I didn't understand that before. And I would do like classes at the gym or classes from YouTube. And because they're not private classes, like you're just kind of keeping up with the class or keeping up with the instructor and you get a really good workout. Maybe you're, burning a lot of calories, you're sweating. But having a trainer and having him, pay such close attention to, like, he could tell if I was not activating a certain group, a muscle area that the exercise was meant to be activating, just by the way that the certain muscles in my legs were moving. So that's really important. And again, one of these days I'll actually physically show you in the video what I'm talking about by pointing at my body and things like that. So again, 3 different circuits. In each circuit, there's about 3 to 4 exercises. And then each exercise gets done 3 times. So then you end up doing a total of like 9 different workouts. It's a serious training. So this one, let's see, which one was this one? Oh gosh, you guys, I have been so humbled doing these frog jumps, frog hops. I hate them, but I love them because they're showing me my darkness. They're showing me my weakness. They're showing me my struggle. They humbled me real quick. I'm over here like, yeah, I could lift weight and I have endurance and I have this and I have that. And doing these, you could see I could barely get down. And I just really noticed that my body was really out of alignment. And weight training and yoga. Yoga's number one, but in combination with, weight training and yoga, you really feel into your body. And I just was like, gosh, it is just really difficult for me to jump and go all the way down. And then from the ground, not like jump and then lift up and then jump over. You have to jump and then be all the way squatted and then jump from the squat. And I just couldn't do it. So that's something I'm still working on. And when you train and really train correctly, you start to notice areas of opportunity like that. And of course, who doesn't love a good hip thrust? I had to blur out my face because I just was looking too crazy. And people that really show their face when they're looking like they're really in the zone. I admire that. I got to build up to that. So I had to blur out my face because I was making some weird looking faces. Anyways, so hip thrust, you want to feel it in your glutes, obviously. And if it's not burning, it's not working. And if you're feeling it in your hamstrings, if you're feeling it in your quads, it's not working. It's working in the sense of you are toning one area of, a muscle group. But if you want to target your glutes and you notice it's not burning in your glutes, then you're not doing it correctly. And then we go right back to the lunges. And if you notice, sometimes I'll do walking lunges, and sometimes he'll have me do a lunge where I'm just doing one side the whole time. So, during these times, guys, I would just be like trying to zone out, look at the sunset, and just really feel into my body and just tell myself to keep going. And, just giving myself positive affirmations and just affirming to myself that every burning feeling is a good feeling. I would try to trick myself. All the years I've been working out as an adult, once it started to burn, I would just stop. I'm not going to even lie. Because again, I have more of a dancer background when it came to my fitness, just my fitness. Anything moving my body had to do with dancing. So, and then I always had very active jobs. Like I was a waitress for years. I was a district manager for years, and leading up to district manager, I was a general manager, a store manager, an assistant manager, all the journey up to becoming a district manager. And so I was on my feet for hours and hours. And so I just kind of was in shape, quote unquote, because I just had an active lifestyle. But really training, I just saw how my body was out of alignment, and my trainer told me how, wearing heels really ruins your body being in alignment, because it gives you a pelvic tilt, and I have one, and I didn't really understand that or notice it until I started training. So that's another big thing. You can look up how to fix a pelvic tilt, and I'll do a video about that as well on my journey with how I'm fixing mine. But yeah, that also has to do with me not being able to do the squat jumps. I can squat all the way down to the ground, and I could do it many times. But when it comes to squat jumping, it just is very difficult. But yes, so this actually burns a lot. It burns the outside of your legs. I don't know what the outside of our legs, just that, yeah. It just burns the outside, your outer thigh. And you would think an exercise like this wouldn't be doing anything, but I can honestly say that it has reduced my cellulite on my legs, because it's tightening and toning that area. And then, so because the muscle was getting activated under that area, it's my cellulite is starting to fade. So, obviously when you do movement, when you're working out your muscles, it's the muscles grow and it pushes out those cellulite dimples. So I have truly noticed that. I've never really been on a journey to get rid of cellulite, so I don't have any before and after pictures that I can think of, but I am going to try to find just a random video or a random photo where maybe my cellulite happened to be captured. And it's not super intense, but I am going to try to find something to show a before and after at some point. But yes, I can honestly say that lifting weights truly has reduced the visibility of my cellulite. So it works, ladies. That could be another incentive for you to. But you guys, I love these ankle weights. I wish I could. Anywhere I traveled, I could just put that in my luggage, but that would take up 30 pounds, and one big luggage is 50 pounds alone, so I can't do it. But if I could, if it could be 70 pounds, I would really take these everywhere. Seriously. They just give you the best burn, and every single workout you do with these on, it just enhances it times 10. Then you start digging into balance and all of that. So really, really amazing workout. And you could do these workouts without the ankle weights and just use a band, or even just use nothing and use your body weight, and it would still burn. But if you're trying to grow your glutes, again, you're going to need to step it up in the how much weight you're lifting. Again, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like. I also have a how to lose belly fat ebook guide that I love because I put it together from women that told me that the list of things that I was DMing them when they would ask me questions was working. So I put that list into an ebook and it's available for everybody. I just was like, wow, people are saying when old coworkers and old friends and things like that would ask me, oh, what do you do to stay in shape? And I would give them a list and they would say, wow, I did the list. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this into an organized ebook and offer it to people. So check that out, read the reviews, and also make sure to subscribe. You can find me on my other social media, Instagram, TikTok. I'm kind of everywhere. I'm on Snapchat, kinda. I barely go on my Facebook, but I do have a Facebook. But yeah, guys, so this is my journey, and I'm going to be sharing so much more footage. So you're going to want to really stay tuned. And it's 8 months worth of training with my trainer. And the only reason why I decided to share this is because I think that, number one, I think that everyone should get a trainer, in my opinion, just my personal opinion, at least for 2 months of their life, just so they could get some feedback on like what they're doing, their alignment, all that. But number two is, even if you don't get a trainer, you can take away some of these tips to realign yourself. Make sure to think about mind-muscle connection. Make sure to push through those last 2 to 3 reps that burn. That's when the muscles start, that's when the body composition starts. So if you don't ever get to the point where it's burning, it's just not working. So do yourself, show up for yourself. Put in the work, push through, and yeah, guys, I'm going to be posting a lot more like this. So definitely tap in, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much. Holler.